welcome to you. My name is Abdelrazak Ali and this is an English edition of Dalsan TV, Somalia's top #1 TV station for news and updates. Now let's take a look at some of the stories that are making headlines here in Somalia. Somali National Army to launch new anti-Al-Shabaab operations in South and Central Somalia. Tensions flare in Burhakaba town, Somalia's Bay region, amid inter-clan conflict. Meeting between President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud and former President Sheikh Sharif Sheikh Ahmed concludes without resolution. Welcome back. Now the commander of the Somali National Army, General Ibrahim Sheikh Muhyiddin, has revealed that the government forces will resume military operations against the militant group Al-Shabaab much sooner than expected.
The commander of the Somali National Army, Major General Ibrahim Sheikh Muhyiddin Adaw, has revealed on Sunday that government forces will resume military operations against Al-Shabaab in South and Central Somalia in the coming weeks. Major General Ibrahim emphasized that the operations had paused due to the holy month of Ramadan.
runtii labadaas kun ragga hogaaminaya kabtanay ahaayeen markaas xaqiiqdii meesha ay gaarsiiyeen ciidanka waa la ogyahay waxaan rabnaa maanta kabtanada jooga inay noqdaan dad u dhigma raggaas iyaga ah oo horimahaas labada kuna guusha ay dalka ugu hooyeen runtii la ogaa sidoo kale ciidamadaas oo ahay ciidamo laga soo qoray dhammaan gobolada dalka qaybta koonfuro kadibna loo qaybiye dalka oo dhan loo qaybiye ilaa 4 gobol waxay ahaayeen ciidanka guushaas gaaray ahaayeen waxaan rabnaa marka maanta ciidankeenu 3 marxaladood u soo maray marxaladii koowaad oo ahayd 1960 ilaa 1964 markii uu dhintay.
The commander also called on the Major General emphasized that the operations had the national forces were on the defensive during Ramadan and increased the security of the areas they had previously liberated from the Khawarij enemies, but now the fighting will resume, he said.
Tensions escalate in Burhakaba town, Somalia's Bay region, as inter-clan conflict resurges, leading to 1 casualty and multiple hospitalizations. Security agencies are on high alert as tribal clashes continue. Urgent measures were taken to restore peace and ensure public safety. Our reporter has more on this.
Tensions escalated in Burhakaba town of Somalia's Bay region on Saturday morning as inter-clan conflict reignited, resulting in at least 1 casualty and several others hospitalized. Security agencies have been placed on high alert in response to the renewed tribal conflict, which has left 1 person dead and multiple individuals requiring medical attention. The history of inter-clan skirmishes in the region has perpetuated ongoing disputes, exacerbating the already tense situation. Residents express fear that the conflict between tribal militias may escalate further, heightening concerns for the safety and security of the local population. Despite efforts to mitigate tensions, the persistent animosity between the 2 tribal militias continues to pose a significant challenge in the area. Residents remain on edge as they await resolution and stability amidst the ongoing conflict.
Now, high-stake meeting between the President of the Federal Government of Somalia, Hassan Sheikh Mohamud, and the former President Sheikh Sharif Sheikh Ahmed aimed at addressing the country's ongoing political and constitutional crises has concluded without a resolution despite lengthy discussions. A high-stakes meeting in Nairobi between Somalia's former President Sheikh Sharif Sheikh Ahmed and current President Sheikh Hassan Sheikh Mohamud aimed at addressing the country's ongoing political and constitutional crisis concluded without a resolution despite lengthy discussions. Somalia's President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud traveled to Nairobi on Thursday to meet with his Kenyan counterpart William Ruto to reach a diplomatic solution to the Ethiopia-Somaliland MOU dispute. The talks focus on constitutional matters and political affairs, including the conflict between the federal government of Somalia, and expressed his appreciation to the traditional and intellectual leaders who facilitated the discussions, saying may God reward their efforts. In recent months, Sheikh Sharif, along with another former president, Mohamed Abdullahi Farmajo have been vocal in opposing the perceived unilateral decisions by President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud's administration, particularly concerning constitutional changes. Both leaders have repeatedly called for a more inclusive process in national governance and constitutional revisions, arguing that the current approach could undermine Somalia's stability. Last month, both former presidents expressed their frustrations in a joint press release, citing the president's non-compliance as a significant barrier to the progress. Their concerns were echoed in earlier statements and meetings held in Garowe, the capital of the Puntland state, where they and Puntland President Said Abdullahi Deni stood united against the proposed constitutional amendments. The ongoing constitutional review process, a key campaign pledge of President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud, aims to finalize and implement a new national constitution. However, the approach has been met with significant opposition, signaling deep-seated divisions that continue to challenge Somalia's path toward political stability and governance reform. Now on to our last stories. Israel is bracing for worst scenario that US officials believe could materialize within just hours, the possibility of a direct attack on Israeli soil by Iran in retaliation for strike almost 2 weeks ago that killed 7 Iranian military officers. Iran has vowed to take revenge for Israel, killing its commander, who were just hit by an April 1st strike in the Iranian embassy's Syria's capital.
Don't.
That was U.S. President Joe Biden's answer Friday when asked what his message to Iran was as Israel prepares for a possible attack.
We will support Israel, we will help defend Israel, and Iran will not succeed.
Warnings grew of retaliation for the killing this month of a senior Iranian commander in the country's embassy in Damascus. Israel did not claim responsibility for the airstrike, but Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei said Israel, quote, must be punished and shall be for an operation he said was equivalent to an attack on Iranian soil. Countries including India, France, Poland, and Russia have warned their citizens against travel to the region, already on edge over the war in Gaza, now in its 7th month. Germany and Austria on Friday called on their citizens to leave Iran. The Israeli military said it had not issued fresh instructions to civilians, but spokesperson Rear Admiral Daniel Hagari asked people to remain vigilant.
We are prepared and are on high alert, both defensively and offensively, and we will know how to both inform the public and deal with any threat.
Meanwhile, on Friday, dozens of missiles were intercepted in the sky over the Israel-Lebanon border. The Israeli army said others had fallen in open areas and no injuries were reported.
Now that story brings us to the end of this bulletin. My name is Abdulrazak Ali. We wish you a lovely evening.